your kids call you like dad, daddy, and he's like, daddy. I'm like,
Daddy.
Hi, everyone.
Daddy.
Welcome to the British version
Totally
of Reading
Pitney.
Sprints. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Brilliant, as I like to say.
And
Brilliant.
I'm sure our friends across the pond will be like, "Oh, don't do
They're
that."
like, please
Yeah.
stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
butcher
all
this.
the horrible stereotypes we're about to start popping out with. It's like, no, let's just stop.
Right?
Over it.
Well, because we're a colony, we share a lot of them, to be honest. Canada does anyway, right? Like, the Queen is still on our money, which means we're
There
going to
you
have
go.
King Chuck on our money pretty soon.
Yay! I mean, it's like, can we keep the Queen?
Yeah, right? Like, I'd rather look at her than no.
Mhm.
So happy Friday and welcome. In case you're wondering what we discussed before we hit the go button, now you know. So, everybody's sharing what they're reading. Why don't we start with what we're reading? Tiffany, what are you reading tonight?
On ebook, I'm reading Dangerous Alterations, the 5th book in the Southern Sewing Circle for that discussion. And I have no idea where I'm at. I think I'm on chapter 6. And then on audiobook, I started a new series. It's the Shake Shop series by Dana Metnick.
Yes.
And so far, it's pretty cute.
Nice.
And I want to go to a shake station.
Right?
I'd make fun of you starting a new series, except for I was looking at my series list and all the ones that I've started these new series, and it's like number one. I can't say anything. I started way too many series. But
I've put my list together for June on the Range for my video for next week for the books that I'm going to read, the 4 books I picked. Every single one is first and in a series of series I have not read before. So I can't say anything either. Let's start 4 new cowboy romance series.
Absolutely.
Right?
I need to look into that and see if I have any and see if I can get any audios for the ones that I have or something.
Yeah.
Good idea. What you reading tonight, Storm?
I have a boatload of things going on, but I'm just going to be reading Shadow of Night tonight. So,
Yep.
Where did May go? I thought I was doing so well on this book, and then I was like, oh wait, I have less than 2 weeks left, and I'm not very far. I thought I was doing really good. I was reading it every night or whatever.
It is. The problem is it goes from the 5th to the 17th in one night.
Yeah, you wake up. Yeah.
Right.
So I thought I'd concentrate on that one tonight.
This is off topic, but you just remind me of this, Lee. I have to tell you this. My nephew, when he was really young, he was it was his birthday, and I think he was turning 8. And he's like, Aunt Tiffany. He's like, I don't know how it happened. He's like, this is what happened. I went to bed. I was 7. I swear to you, I went to bed. I didn't change anything, but I woke up and I was 8. And he's like, it was the funniest thing because you could tell the wheels were spinning. Like, how do I wake up tomorrow and be 9?
Yeah.
It was so cute because he was so serious about it.
Aww.
It's a concern. It's a concern.
Like, nothing changed. I didn't do anything different.
Hate to break it to you, kid, but that's what happens when you get older. Because I swear to God, last week I was 30.
Well, he was born when I was 10. So I mean, he's now, so sometimes when I talk to him, I'll make fun of him about it. Still, not make fun, but tease him about it.
Right.
And
that's fun.
Yeah, he doesn't want to age that way anymore.
No, you tend not to as you get older.
Yeah, it's a lot more interesting whenever you're 7 going to turn 8 than when you're 47 going to turn 48.
Mm-hmm. True.
What are you reading, Lee?
I am reading a suspense thriller, Runaway by Harlan Coben.
Ooh, yes.
I haven't tried him.
This is my first Harlan Coben. This is my buddy Read with Sharon. She picked. So, yeah, I'm on chapter 8. So.
What are you thinking?
I'm thoroughly into it, actually, because I'm just it's the guy's daughter kind of like ran off with a boyfriend who was a drug addict, and he saw his daughter in a park and he went over to her. He wound up hitting the boyfriend, and now he's like a viral video because of that. And now it's 3 months later and the boyfriend's dead. So here we go.
Interesting.
Mm.
My mom's a big fan of his books.
This is my first one and I'm really enjoying it. I do love that his lawyer is like this like no nonsense old Jewish lady lawyer who's like not putting up with anybody's nonsense. It's great. I'm loving it.
That is awesome.
What about you? What are you reading?
I am begrudgingly reading Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover on audio. You can't see, it's too bright. I'm 25% on the way in, and I don't hate it. That's all I'm going to say. But I think I'm biased. I think I'm biased. Yes, I really hope you like it. I just think I'm biased with this author now, and I'm expecting myself to dislike it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to.
Have you liked any of her books?
No. Not so far,
I knew you didn't like a lot of them, but I didn't know if there was like one
I've
or two
only
you
read
liked.
2. So this is third strike and you're out. That's the
I was
way
about to say, because at one point, how many books do you not have to like to just say that author might not be for me?
And here's the thing, though. You did pick 2 books that I think one was super immature.
Yes.
And one was, and Verity's like very out there.
Yeah.
So, and also I think Colleen Hoover writes a lot of like what people consider problematic relationships.
Yes.
So if you're going into it thinking you're going to get a fairy tale romance, you're not.
No. Yeah. And I know that her stuff is darker. Yeah. It's a lot more angsty.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm invested in the story and I'm listening to it on audio, and I have to say I really like the narration on it. I like the narrators on it, so that's kind of making it. But now I'm past the part where I was the first time I started, and I'm like, okay, like she'd been to jail for something and she's trying to get her daughter back, and I'm just like, okay, I want to see what's going to happen. So, I'm
What's
not
the title of this one?
Reminders of Him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's just one author that I'm staying away from. I have no interest in.
But I think that you're right, though, Lee. Like, maybe Someday was like, it was a YA. Like, it was a,
And for what it was okay. But then there was like, maybe not, and maybe Someday or whatever they were. And after the first one, I'm like, you told this story. Now you're just dragging it out for like Stephanie Meyer money, and I'm not doing that shit with you. And then when I started reading her, I started with November 9, and then like I went going forward. I did maybe Someday, and I was like, yeah, her teen crap is not for me. So
yeah. And I know my mom's read some of her stuff. The one about the domestic violence with the flowers on the cover. My mom's like, that's not what I thought looking at the cover. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
These are not cheerful books.
My friend Barb read Verity, and she would text me, "What am I reading? Why am I still reading this?" She finished the whole thing. I think she gave it like 2 stars, but she's like, "Why am I reading this? Why am I still reading it?"
Yeah, that's a really out there one
Chloe
too.
and Brie.
Okay.
And I gave it 1 star.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I gave it 1 star, and that was for me for finishing it.
Because you didn't
categorize as straight romance, or
no, she's all over the map.
Yeah,
she's super.
I mean, her
popular.
books are all over BookTube. I just haven't.
But you walk into any Barnes and Noble or any big name bookstore, and there's a table devoted to Colleen Hoover.
Oh, even at Walmart.
I think I said this.
I walked into
Walmart,
and I was like, really?
Well, and I think I said this when we were coming back from Washington or going to, I don't know, to Maryland for the conference. I don't remember. Anyways, I went into the airport, like general store that they always have in the airports, because I wanted to get a new pillow for, sleeping. And they had 2 rows of books, and like literally every shelf but one was Colleen Hoover. I think I had said that. And I was like,
listen, I can see why people don't like her. It's like a love or hate thing. I don't feel there's some like, hit or miss. It's like you do or you don't. That's it.
Yeah.
She's very polarizing. Mm-hmm. And I think also because it's like going to any bookstore now and seeing like it's all James Patterson or it's all Stephen King. Like I think that's what's part of the dislike is too. It's like, okay, can we see somebody else?
Correct.
And Bookshare gave her a resurgence, I think. So
Absolutely.
That's the thing too, because now it's like, you know, what book talkers are reading, and it's like, oh, Colleen Hoover. And
They're all reading the same thing, so you know.
and it's like,
But that's
silly. The book talkers are reading something different besides just Colleen.
Has any of her books been made into movies?
not to my understanding.
I don't think so.
I was
No.
just curious.
But I
I
mean,
don't know.
Reminders of Him, I'm not complaining because it's on Kindle Unlimited, so it didn't cost me anything to read it. And then because I borrowed it on KU, I got the ebook or the audiobook for $1.99. So it's costing me
nice.
$1.99. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not out a whole lot if you don't like it, so that's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Hi, PK.
Hi, PK. TJF joining at the first sprint. Probably be reading, listening to A Body in the Library by Agatha Christie. Booktuber Gavin is doing a Solve Before the Sleuth one of these
yeah.
this weekend. Thought I'd play along. Oh, how
That's
fun. That sounds
I'll
delightful.
lose. I'll
Right?
lose. I
I
never
never
guess.
guess.
Yeah, I've never
with you,
never
Lee.
tried that with Agatha Christie. I've read a couple, but I've never really tried to see if
No,
I could
no.
really solve it.
Not
Because then
not
you
with,
can really pay
yeah,
attention
no.
to what's going on.
I just want to enjoy the story.
Yeah.
I think I pay attention to the wrong things. Maybe that's it.
I'm with you.
The red herrings, they get you every time.
Yeah, right? Hi, Amy. Hi, everyone. I'm currently reading tonight The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare. I'm at 19%. I'm reading it as a buddy read. Talk about another big name author.
Mhm.
Hi, Danielle. Happy Friday. Barbara, hello. Happy Friday. Welcome, Barbara. Tina, hello, y'all. I'm reading Sweep. Am I reading that by Nora Roberts?
Right.
Okay. Also, today I got my first ever ID. Oh, that's exciting.
Congratulations.
Driver's license? What are we looking at here?
I think, is that the real ID? Is that what that is? Maybe. It's
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of. I think it's kind of taken over. Like, when you go overseas,
Passport.
you have to have passport. You have to have a real ID now,
Oh, all right.
or you
Okay.
can't go overseas.
Okay.
You
Interesting.
can use it as your driver's license too. So
Oh, neat. Okay. Hi, Alicia. Hi, everyone. Continuing to read Ghostlight, hoping to finish it tonight. So close.
I just
Oh,
started
lucky.
that one. I'm only like a chapter into it, but
It's so good. It was so good.
I got the ghosty part, like the story of like the ghost, that's like the prologue or something, or the first chapter.
Yes, the
And then you
father
go
and
to the
daughter.
next one, and he's telling the story about it or whatever. And so it's like, oh, okay, so that's the ghost story.
Yes, it's so good. Pat, hi. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to miss the first sprint, eating dinner, but reading Her Man of Honor by Terry Wilson, special edition, April 2023, page 207 of 280. That one was really, really cute. I like that one a lot. Melly, good evening. I'm 3 chapters into The Grasp by Candace Keys.
Nice.
Excellent. Nita, hi, everyone. Today I'll be
Yay.
reading On Spine of Death by Tamara Barry. Excellent.
Yeah.
Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. That was very British. Hello. Hello. Cajun, hi, everyone. Reading Ice Cream You Scream, Cookies Creamery #1. Okay, that's delightful.
Nice. Are you enjoying that?
Let us know, Cajun. Pat, don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat. Cajun, that's exciting about your ID, correct? Yes, it is.
Mhm.
She said, hi, friends. Just started Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers.
Nice.
I'm kind
That's
of
one of
obsessed with
those
this
I'm
title,
not
and I
sure
need to.
about.
Yes.
I'm not sure about that one.
I'm looking it up.
Yes.
I've seen it. If
Sure,
it's the right one, is she like peeking through like something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Kendall, good evening. I am reading, oh God, Ariande by Jennifer Saint. I didn't expect to like it this much, hoping to finish it tonight. Excellent. Let's get all the books done tonight. Emily, hi everyone. I'm reading Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. Oh, that's an author I need to try, for sure. Barbara, I'm on page 490 of Ladies and the Club. 10 pages today. I stop at 10 pages, so it's still exciting.
There you go.
Excellent.
Well done. Elizabeth, I need to finish Dangerous Alterations tonight and then get back to some Jen McKinley books.
I need to read more on Deadly Alterations too, because I think I'm only like 10% in. And
Is it tomorrow?
no, that
Or is it
one's the
next
scavenger hunt, ain't it? I hope.
Okay,
Which-
okay.
Which
Like,
I'm not gonna have that one finished, but you know, so,
what was the scavenger? Oh, something with a sweet shop, right?
yeah. I started going enough, so I can at least say I started it.
Okay.
Fair enough. Jen, good evening, everyone. I'm finishing up Do or Die by Jen McKinley. I have only 8% left. Then I'll be reading Give Me Some Sugar by Molly Harper. Excellent.
That's a funny. Give me some sugar. That's cute.
I like Molly Harper. She's pretty fun.
She writes romance too, right?
Yeah, she writes kind of like snarky romances.
The
and
How to
stuff.
Date a Naked Werewolf. That was Molly Harper, right?
She does like
God, that was a good book.
paranormal romance and
Yeah.
My favorite. I like her. Is it Nice Girls? Something. It's Jane Jameson series, I think, but it's like Nice Girls Don't Bite and things like that.
I read the first one.
She's a librarian. Yes. I think she was a librarian that got changed into a vampire.
Oh, fun.
Love it. Love it. Karen, hi everyone. I'm reading up Bloodlands by Timothy Snyder. Excellent. Kat reads, hi everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Purple. Hi everyone. I'm reading Going Rogue in Red Rye Country by Katie Mettner. Harlequin Intrigue. Ooh, an author I'm not familiar with. Look at you guys. Awesome. Happy Friday, long weekend. Oh, fellow Canadian, long weekend. Yes. Yay. The fireworks will be starting momentarily, I'm sure. Kelly's. Hi, everyone. I'm reading Amari and the Night Brothers. Excellent. Do another comment or two, and then we'll jump into our first sprint. Evening, ladies. I've decided to join with middle grade. Yay! Better late than never by reading Dust and Grim by Chuck Wendig.
I'm curious about that one, so you have to let me know if you're liking that.
Typo, reading Sea Swept by Nora Roberts. There we go. Very good. Excellent. All right, so let's jump into our first sprint so I can also eat my dinner. Chinese food, Tiffany, in case you're curious.
I'm always curious. Thank you.
I know
for
you
that.
are. You're welcome.
I had sloppy Joe.
Ooh, that sounds good too.
Mm-hmm.
I had an omelet.
Ooh,
I haven't eaten yet.
Sorry.
What you having?
Well, now you've got some ideas, Lee.
Right.
All right, everybody. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
How'd everybody do?
Good. I read about a chapter and a half, and then I watched dog videos.
There you go.
That sounds fun.
That's awesome.
Have you guys ever seen the Rough and Puff on Instagram? Rough and Puff YYC.
No.
The guy has a doggy bus. And you should watch the videos because I have no idea how all these dogs, I mean, I'm sure there's like a seatbelt in there, but I'm just saying they all get along. They don't bark at each other. They seem to like each other. And I'm like, my dog is Kairu. It's really, he's got really cute videos. It's called Rough and Puff YYC.
I'll have to check that out.
Anyways.
I got 10 pages done as Shadow of Night. So.
Well done. Well done.
I read nothing. We are spring cleaning. So in the process, I washed curtains, went to hang them on my landlord's line, and the line broke. So now I've got to repair a line tomorrow. And
oh no.
I went through all of my stuff and like just purged a bunch of stuff. And we went through the bookcase to clean it off. I realized how many Colleen Hoover books I really did have.
Excuse me. Oh, that's awesome.
That's you.
That's so funny.
Now I also made a purge or give to, free little library pile. So it was a very productive time. Yeah.
That's very productive.
Yep.
How'd you do, Sarah?
I read 10 more % of Reminders of Him. So I'm at 35% now.
Excellent.
Yeah. Let's see how everybody else did here. Hi all, I'm reading April Showers Bring Dead Flowers by Krista Lockhart. Great title. I have a few cowboy romances. I'm down with that. Exactly. As I said, I don't think it's exactly what Michael K. Vaughan is looking for, but that's what's happening.
That's our branch of the,
I am your interpretation on the range.
Of June on the Range.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
you're supposed to technically read Westerns.
Well, that's a Western.
They take place in the West.
In the West.
There's cowboys, there's horses. Honestly. Angela, I still have 1 hour left of work. 5 can't come fast enough. But then I'll be reading Without a Brew by Ellie Alexander. Excellent.
Nice, Angela.
Sharon, hi. So glad I'm off today so I can join. I've missed you all. I'm reading Beth Moore's memoir tonight. Excellent.
Nice.
Cav, good evening. I just finished Hummus and Homicide by Tina Kashkin. Loved it, but it ends with a looming love triangle. Can anyone tell me how long it lasts? I'd like to pick it up after it's sorted. Lee?
Yes, I would stop reading now if I were you. Just don't waste your time.
We read that series together, Cav, and not very many of us liked it.
Oh, no.
I really like that series. And
I do think the love triangle's over quickly, though. Like going.
That's what I was going to say. I do like that series a lot, actually. But the love triangle doesn't last very long. So I just wanted to.
You might be disappointed with how the love triangle goes as well. But,
maybe.
Depending, yeah. I think that's still my problem with the Cupcake series. It's just I thought the way the last one went that we were going to be done, and we're not done, and going and ocean. I'm like,
what number are you going into?
Number 5.
Okay.
And I'm like,
she's like,
5 is like more than enough to make up your mind.
I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I think it either ends in 6 or 7. I mean, it definitely ends by 7, but it might be 6. You're coming up.
And and it drove me crazy too how long the love triangle thing lasted with the Library of Lovers as well. So I mean, I'm just trying. I just don't like this one as much, so it's just equally kind of.
That's fair. Rabbit. Hi, I haven't decided if I'll read Takes Two to Tango or The Reformatory this evening. Those sound like 2 very different books.
It Takes Two to Mango is actually one of the only one of the only very few cozy mysteries that I've DNF'd, but I know a lot of people who would loved it too. But I really disliked the main character. And if you look on all the reviews, almost every one of them was like, really hated the main character, but she gets a little better of the people that finished it. But at some point I was just like, I'm glad she gets better, but I'm not here for it because I just,
there's too many other things I want to read.
But I do know a lot of people who really like it too. And I also think, Rabbit, that I was so disappointed in it because I was so excited for a Caribbean cozy mystery series. And so I think that was part of it too.
Is that the one that I didn't like the second book because I read the second book?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that might be it. Yeah. Okay.
So
disappointed. Susan, hi all. I'm reading Adventure, Abduction, and Arrest by Tanya Kappus. It's 25 in the series. Hopefully I'll get caught up. When I read the titles, I want to say, oh, that's book 1.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's weird because, it's definitely not in alphabetical order, and you would figure.
Honestly, Tanya, like, come on, get in the game.
Right? And Susan, you're close today because there's 31, but that doesn't mean tomorrow.
This weekend she's writing 5.
Right.
You know, a few more behind.
And I realize she has written more than there are alphabets, but she at least went in order.
You're right, but she could have just started again.
Yeah, and then started
over from A. Right?
Yeah. I don't see her stopping anytime soon, so.
Lord, no, there's going to be more murders than people in that town.
Well, the good thing with that, the Campers and Criminals, is people come for vacation. So, it's not just the town that's always
it's
losing
the vacation murder destination.
So it's not just the people that live there that gets murdered, it's the people that come for vacation. So it sounds
what you're
safe.
telling me is don't go visit the Daniel Boone National Park.
Clearly. And Tina lives right by there. She was talking about crazy stuff the other night. I mean, yes.
I would be safer going to New York City or Vegas.
I'm just saying it's not like Cabot Cove where their population's like -4 at this point. Like, I mean,
hilarious. Angela, I love Tanya Kappus. I've only read 3 books in the series. There are so many. Actually, when I was starting to read reminders of him today, I thought, do I really want to read this? Oh, maybe I'll pick up a Campers and Criminals instead. I'm like, no, we're going to give it a try. Alicia, I really liked Ugly Love. Okay. Catherine's Cozy Library. Catching up on the second book in the Candy Coated Mystery series. So happy I'll be able to finally join. Fantastic.
Yay, the Candy Coated series.
Her Passion, believe it or not, I've never read a Colleen Hoover book. You are not missing much.
Either.
If you don't think it's for you, it's not for you. Then don't.
And you know what? And that's fine. And that's okay. It's for some people. But my aunt loves her stuff. Reads it all. That's great. I've DNF'd my first Colleen Hoover. It was the local book club pick. I quit the book club.
Says obviously we're not going to work out.
She's like, we're done.
Yeah, it was a breakup. No desire to read Coho. Tina, my first book of this year was Pint of No Return by Dana Mentik. I think it was 4 stars, so I'm going to read book 2 this summer.
That's the one I'm reading now.
Now, that's not the series with the Halloween one, though, right? Is that the one that's coming out? I'm thinking
the one with the Halloween one is the Mary Allen ice cream. This is the shake. This is the shake station.
Gotcha.
Where they have
it's all ice cream on the cover.
with most cozies, that if they have anything in common, their names are kind of in common, and so are their covers. So
yeah.
But I got to read the second book in that Mary Allen so I can read the Halloween one at Halloween.
I know. And
I love the cover
really
of that one. Oh, was it?
I need
good.
to try that series. I haven't tried that series.
It was really cute. It was really cute.
I think all 3 of the covers of the Mary Allen series have been fantastic.
Agreed. And Rabbit, welcome to this book club. Yes, welcome. We have the best book club because you can read whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
Same here. I got one of her books in a book box and I have no desire to read it. Lauren, I'm so over the Colleen Hoover thing. I've seen her in the YA section, and that just makes me more mad than anything. She's not YA. Her older stuff is, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Like maybe Someday was YA, new adultish. Yeah.
Yes.
My sentiments exactly. Colleen Hoover used to be my favorite author, but my taste of books definitely changed. So I don't have the urge to read her anymore. That's absolutely.
And that happens, yeah, you know.
Oh yeah,
Stephen
there's a lot of
King used to be one of my favorites, but you know, nowadays it's like, I'll try another one, but it's not like, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, fresh one off the rack, you know, it's like I grab.
Oh, I must read it. I must get it the second it's released. Yeah, no, I understand. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tina, Confess by Colleen Hoover was made into a TV show on Prime. They're currently filming a movie for It Ends With Us. So there was the question.
Everybody was. I thought there was a show or something, but I didn't know exactly.
Also, Ugly Love almost got a movie. It had an official trailer, but it was never released.
Oh.
Wow. To the fact that they go so far as to do a trailer and everything. Wow. Catherine, I'll be alternating between Goodreads review and reading Salted Caramel Sorcery by H.Y. Hannah. Okay, that book sounds delightful.
Nice, yeah.
Alana, hello. Hi, ladies. It Ends With Us is being made into a movie starring Blake Lively as the main character.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that because a lot of people were not real happy with some of their people choices or something.
Correct.
Like that.
Correct.
Okay, interesting. Real ID is mandatory now for flying in the U.S. So even if you're flying between states?
Yes, but if you have a passport, you can still use your passport.
Oh, I just
we plan on not going
anywhere.
Okay. We haven't gotten.
I just flew and used my driver's license, but
so maybe Florida
is for overseas. You have to have one.
That is something that they're going to
the U.S.
Gotcha.
Yes, you're gonna. That's what they're trying to do is make it so you have to have a real ID or a passport to fly within the U.S. It's not right now because of COVID, and a lot of states pushed it back and delayed it. So it's not like a mandatory thing yet.
I think Florida changed their IDs to already
be
functional for that. Didn't they, Kev? Yeah, they changed their IDs. Yeah, never mind.
Interesting. Not my driver's license. Can't drive yet. I was planning on getting just the regular state ID, but it was only a couple dollars more to get the real ID. So you guys have like state IDs and then like this is I'm an American citizen ID, like kind of an idea? Just asking.
Like, your state ID is like your county ID if you don't drive and you still need like a picture ID. Yes, you can get that. You don't have to have both.
And then you get your driver's license that can serve as your ID because it has your picture on it.
I'm generally curious. Yep, no, that's neat.
Yeah, if you're not gonna drive or have a driver's license, like for whatever reason, you just get like your state
Jessica Fletcher. She always had just an ID.
Well, no, parents got a purple ID that's called the Ontario card.
Yeah,
it's the age of majority card, right? Like. Whereas I have
as long as it's a card that has your face on it with like your name and all that stuff, it's like show your ID so they can at least see who you are. If you have to get like to try to get things like if you're trying to get an apartment, you're trying to do all these things.
Oh yeah, no. Like with what I do, I have to ask people for their ID. So I'm always getting sent, we allow like our health cards, which is the our whatever health cards, they have your picture ID on it. So we accept. I had one girl send me her gun license. I'm like, let's try your picture on it.
Well, it works. It's got your picture.
Oh, that works.
Also, if you're in the military, you usually can use your military ID in replace of all of those type of IDs too. That usually works.
Interesting. God, I remember crossing over the border with just my driver's license.
Yes.
Those days were the days.
Back in my day. Emily reads my state extended deadlines till 2025 and some other states as well. I'm on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Apparently the real ID is important and necessary. Yes. Gotcha. They probably extended it because of the pandemic. Got mine a couple of years before the pandemic.
Must not have been too important in Missouri because my dad just got his driver's license because he had to do it on his birthday. or whatever, and he did that last month, and they didn't make him get a real ID. So
Yeah, interesting. Emily, yes, Tina, you won't be able to fly without one soon in the U.S. That is so interesting. Also, I registered to vote while I was there. Apparently, if you turn 18 before the next general election, you can register to vote at a minor. So I did. Good for you. Good
Tina, are you under 18 years old? Because I was under the impression you were not.
yeah,
No,
I think
is.
she's like
turning
18 soon.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
she's turning 18.
She's the baby of our book club.
Yeah.
She is.
I know she's so mature sounding, right? Much more than the rest of us.
Yes, that's what.
Somebody needs to be the mature one in this.
Right?
Someone needs to be the adult of this group.
Tina, we're relying on you.
Yes.
Yeah, Tina's going, oh crap.
Yeah. Suddenly she's gone from the chat.
Right. I know, Aniela, you're on your own. Cajun, it's okay so far. I tried 2 ice cream themed books for the scavenger hunt. Looks like this one better than the other one. Oh, that's good. Yay, I did that for my daughter before she turned 18, and she was so excited. Congrats, that's huge. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Found out we not only get Memorial Day off work, but next Friday too. So a 4-day weekend. Awesome sauce.
Nice. See, it
I
pays
always-
to check, Cajun, so that you're not going to work and not supposed to be. You know, now
I always laugh. Our favorite line of all time from The Simpsons was like, Homer gets the phone. He's like, Mr. Burns, if you don't show up tomorrow, don't bother coming in Monday. Oh, 4-day weekend. I had Chinese food for dinner too. Yeah, we were just being lazy tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Sharon, yay for 40 weekends. I have to work Memorial Day, but we are only open 9 to 1, so that's okay. That's awesome. Hi, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night. It's a fantasy book I just started. Awesome.
I've heard of that one.
Need to run to Walmart. I'll be back. Barbara, I need a few things.
I wish you luck, Barbara.
Yeah.
Yes, may the force be with you and your own.
Yeah. Catherine, I had Chinese
Look at-
also. General
Chinese is our
Tso's
bingo
chicken.
tonight.
That's what we're actually going to
Yeah,
order too.
it's Friday
That
night.
was my favorite. I love General Tso.
I love Chinese food. Mm.
Finishing up Dora's Sector by Lexi C. Foss, a shifter romance on KU. Excellent. Hey everyone, reading The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. Your favorite book there, Storm?
I know. I was
I just
like,
watched
how
the
are you
recent
liking
reads.
that one? Because I didn't like that one, but
I just wanted that's so funny.
it's got fairly decent ratings. I mean,
Ooh, bacon.
at least above 3.5. So I mean, it's got fairly decent ratings.
Well, Christy, hi everyone. I'm deciding what book to start while baking cookies.
Ooh,
Chocolate chip cookie murder, maybe? Cajun made myself a chai latte. I swear the smell is so relaxing. Yes, yum. I finally made it. I'm reading Pies and Prejudice by Ellery Adams while eating dinner. Going simple and having 3-bean salad.
that looks good.
Delicious.
How are you liking Pies and Prejudice? It's a little bit different for a cozy, so I'm curious.
Rena, hi. Just joining. I'm listening to an audiobook, The Queer Principles of Kit Webb by Kat Sebastian. Male romance, I think. Or LGBTQ romance. I know that.
I'm like, I know the author. That's as far as I can go. I've heard the author's name.
Yeah, and she writes mostly LGBTQ stuff. So
Nice.
and Regency, which is very cool. Kindle made it to 85%. Bought a few books during the sprint form of self-care, and somebody bought books, so it's an official
I was about
live
to
show
say.
now.
There you go.
We got a bingo. We got
90%.
someone buy books. We can wrap up, ladies. Good night.
Right? It's been. Sarah, I enjoyed Wyoming Winter Rescue by Juno Rushdan. Have you read Every Last Breath? I have it on Kindle. Haven't read it yet. No, I have not read that one yet. But that author's a go-to for me. I don't think you'll be
I
disappointed.
have that Wyoming rescue thingy on my Kindle.
It's an intrigue. It was really good.
It sounds
It was
very
really good.
familiar, and the cover looked very familiar, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have.
I got to 21%. Had company over. Sarah Beth, hello. Did not read. I am trying to figure out where to put what to put next to my monitor so there is not a big empty space.
Gotcha.
Buy a plant.
Yep.
Jen says, I finished Do or Die and then read 13 pages of Gimme Some Sugar. Well done. And we had someone finish a book.
I was about to say,
There we go.
84%.
sure. Crossing everything off the list.
77%, 50 pages, I think. 3 chapters, about 9%. Just finished my dinner. Chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, and peas. Coconut custard pie for dessert.
Pat, I'm so
Ooh.
jealous of you.
Everything was good till the
Right?
dessert.
Oh, that's all I want.
Oh, you're not a coconut person?
I'm definitely
You
allergic
can't
to
have it.
coconut.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Understood.
We will eat your piece for you.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take one for
There
the
you
team.
go.
We'll each
Everything
take
else,
one.
I'll take the dinner. You guys can have the dessert. We'll be good.
Deal. That sounds good. I tried to purge that Cashian series from my memory. I don't remember there was a love triangle.
That's why I said a lot of us didn't like it. Then there
I
was
really
those few
enjoyed it.
that liked it, so it was always a fun discussion when we talked about it. So.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Jessica Lynn just got here now. Are the sprints still going on? Are they ending? Hello, she says. No, we're going to jump into another sprint now till the top of the hour.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Excellent. All right. Happy reading, everybody.
Thank you. Happy reading.
I'm an evil cat, Mom. I always laugh whenever Bernard jumps. He's like sitting like right here. How did everybody do?
I'm further along in Dangerous Alterations than I thought. I'm on chapter 12.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're on mute. There
I think
you
I got about 9 pages done, I think. Shadow of
go.
Night.
Well done.
I'm still not halfway through it yet, so
You're getting close.
and I don't have much month left.
You're getting close, though, I can tell. You got it.
I got 4 chapters done, so I'm also on chapter 12.
Nice.
And I got another 10% read of Reminders of Him. And my only complaint about this book, the major complaint, is I can't stand the daughter's name. I'm sorry. DM, like Carpe Diem.
Yes.
Like, what the hell is that? I'm like, seriously? Like,
That's sometimes like when people come up with these like
Weird name.
weird names and they have to try to come up with this like really thought-felt thing behind it. It's like, just stop.
right?
Just stop.
Just name her Amanda and continue on with your life.
right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, like even in that book Hell Bent that I was reading in Ninth House, like it's called the Alex Stern series, but her mom was a hippie and named her Galaxy, so her nickname is Alex. It's like, just call her Alex. Come on.
Right?
I'm sorry. I'm really irritated about a girl at work. So like names are just really irking me right now. So she's like just on my. Anyway, let's continue on.
I see interesting names all the time because of where I work. And I had this woman that I talked to this week whose name was Christine, but it was spelled with a K-H-Y. Like it, I had to like sound it out. Like I'm like, oh, it's Christine, and I really liked it. Like once I figured it out, but her husband's name, which was Jason, was spelled differently as well. Jaysun. And I'm like, where did you guys meet? Like a weird spelling name convention.
I went to school with a kid who it was Jeyscn.
Okay.
Oh.
Like Jason.
My friend named her kid Jasmine, but it's Jazz and Man. So
Got it.
Jazman.
Yeah, I definitely get a lot
I have one for you, Tiffany. I want to know how many times you come across this name. Nevaeh.
Oh, let me tell you. Nevaeh, any form of Jade, Jaden, and any form of Alexis in like my residential counseling years from like 2015 to somewhere. Those were the only names, and I mean like Nevaeh was the big one. Yeah, but we've had some doozies that I can maybe tell you.
Do you ever come across any Stormies?
Right?
No.
Yeah, it's like it still hasn't gotten popular. At least I'm like,
no, but
I know a lot
I
of
mean
people.
some like crazy names.
It's like I've been all kinds of animals with my name. I've been sang to because of my name, but I don't run across a lot of people with my name. But I do know that there are a few out there, and I do know I have like kind of like a namesake because somebody liked my name and wanted to know if it was okay if they named their girl that. So there's somebody running around with my first and middle name.
Oh wow,
that's awesome.
The poor thing just running around with my name.
But you know, like, and I like, and we're not a shot against anybody with a different name. It's just sometimes they're a little. At least yours is spelled correctly. You know what I mean? Like, it's some like
Well, I don't know if you guys don't know, but it is spelled with an I, so that's not.
Stormy. Yeah, but still. And
my grandfather, bless his soul, he could never spell my name right. So every time I'd get a check from him for my birthday, I'd have to remember to put an IE on the end of it instead of an I. He put the E on it, IE. And I'm like,
my grandmother, up until pretty much when she passed away, My grandmother on my mom's side, of course.
Oh, I was just to say what?
No.
Right?
My grandmother on my she called Kevin Calvin. And I mean, you're talking like 15 years. She would, so like my parents would write it on his Christmas card as Calvin as a joke. Like it just.
That's hilarious.
My mom has always called Marcus Marci, so she writes it in Marcy. So everything from my mom to Marcus says Marcy on it. It's just like, just go with it at this point.
My aunt calls my cousin's husband, what's his face? Because when they first got together, she could never remember his name. So she's like, what's his face? And so they've been together like 20 years. And if she says his actual name, he goes, what did I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you'd always call me what's his face. You don't ever say.
My father used to refer to my ex as shit for brains.
My mom used to call JD for juvenile delinquent.
Oh, I like it. Yes.
She goes, JD coming over? Yeah.
Everybody in the family, of course, knows Garrett's name, but the thing is spelling it. Like I got my sister-in-law did this really cool picture last year of like a Scrabble board with all the family's names on it. So she called me and she's like, how does Garrett spell his name? Because it's not typical, right? So I had to spell it out for her. But yeah, names are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone with like the most popular name will tell you that too.
Yeah.
There's one thing to have a different name. There's another thing to have a very popular name. Okay, where are we? Dear, if it wasn't the love triangle that did the series, and for you guys, what was it? Acquiring readers who need to prioritize their TBRs need to know.
I just didn't like the characters.
Yeah.
I'm not a big restaurant cozy person anyway, so.
And she was never working there anyway, so it didn't matter. She was the only person who managed something that she was never at, so,
Well, it's
but
like
you might like it,
they never worked.
It's true.
If you like the first one, you might like it because I didn't like it from the start. And I think there's only one that I might have gave it higher than a 3-star. I might have gave one 4-star, and that was the one with the old lady in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I can't even remember much about it, but I remember she was a hoot, and that's the only reason it got because I liked her. Who cares about the other characters? But.
Right. Danielle says it's so pretty. So I'm guessing at the Daniel Boone National Park. I love the Tawny Camper series, but I'm only on book 5. That's you got. Just think of all the ones you have to read. That's what's always exciting.
You mean when we have our group meetup at some point, we shouldn't have it at the Daniel Boone National Forest? Because that seems the place to have it.
How hilarious would that be, though? It's a genius. I've never read Coho and have no desire. I can't get on the Colleen Hoover train either. Yeah,
she's definitely one of those authors that's either you do or you don't. One of those things.
Absolutely. And I think, like you were saying, Lee, it depends on what book you start with.
Yes.
Right. Like if you start with like something like November 9, you might be more likely to. But if you start with something like Verity.
Yeah, if you start with Verity, you'd be like, whoa.
Because it's very bizarre. And then also when I didn't read Maybe Someday till later, and I was like, yeah, I could see why people would just be like, I don't even want to be bothered with this. I absolutely could see that. So.
Okay, I got notified of a hold available for me to try this weekend. Remember Play the Fool from last weekend. Yes, the neon cover about the tarot. We'll see how it goes after the Christie. Oh, let us know, PK, because that one looks really interesting. Sarah Beth, Stephen King is my favorite author. I've never read a Stephen King, mainly because they're like chores.
I have
only
not
read
either,
one.
but mainly because I like sleep.
I'm reading Mr. Mercedes after I said I have to knock off a couple of audiobooks because I have several of them going, so I have to knock one off first. Then I'll get started on Mr. Mercedes, but that'll be my first Stephen King in a while.
Garrett really liked that one.
I'm going to tackle it with my friend Barb in September.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to go September, October. So we're taking time.
There you go.
I finished Death of a Red Hot Rancher today.
Oh, congratulations. What did you think about it?
I really liked it.
It was cute, eh? Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if the series is still going, but
There's another one. There's a second book.
yeah, I just don't still. I
available right
wonder how long.
I
It's
don't know if there's
fairly
going to be a
new, so
third.
there might be,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, if
I
it's
don't
getting great
know.
reviews, that means there's going to be no more.
Yeah.
That's
If nobody likes it, they'll get like 5. If you really like it, then they get 2.
All I'm thinking about is the Catskills series that everybody freaking loved. And it
know.
got
You
too
all
bloody
raved about it, and it ended. It's like that should be the hint to do more, not let's stop
Right?
it now.
I think so. But no, I think somebody said that Red Hot Rancher, that series, is the perfect blend between romance and a cozy. Like it's almost perfect,
Yeah, I want to try that one. It's on my list.
I
It was
really
really
liked it. I gave it 5 cups of coffee. I really liked it. Yeah, the second one came out in August of 2022, so it could definitely still be going.
So
I really
fingers
hope
crossed we
so.
see another one this summer.
Yeah.
PK, be sure to report back on Play the Fool. Yes, please do. PK, you had me at a book and tarot. Thank you. It's by Lena Churn. Lena. I can't pronounce names. In Georgia, our driver's license is also a real ID now. Oh, interesting. You'll have to add it. Salted Caramel Sorcery is number 6 in the Bewitched by Chocolate series.
Ooh.
I'm
Bewitched
intrigued.
by chocolate. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Lee's our one to go on and check these things out.
Yeah.
I am.
Jessica, I will be reading Lasagna Means I Love You, a middle grade about
Aw.
a girl who ends up in foster care and finds an old cookbook and starts the hobby with recipes. So far, it's good. Only 30 pages in. That
I
sounds
that one up
delightful.
I don't know if she was reading that last time or if somebody else was reading that. Because I remember somebody mentioned it and I looked it up. It looked cute.
That sounds delightful. And here's the baby of the group. Yeah, I'm only 17, but I'm turning 18 at the beginning of June. So
I thought she was turning 18 soon.
I
Yeah.
knew she had said that like last week or
we're going to
somewhere.
have to have like a big
recently.
party, right?
You're an adult now.
That's
Yay.
amazing. That's awesome.
DeShannon just finished an Agatha, Cards on the Table. Haven't started a new one yet. Just enjoying the book talk while planting the garden. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Real ID becomes mandatory in the U.S. for travel May of 2025. Or passport, yeah. I got to renew my passport. Lady Val says she's 35% in and liking it so far. Christy, I love the Secret Book and Scone Society series by Ellery Adams. Yes, the cat is giving Halloween vibes. I did it on purpose because I got Bernard here with me, so we needed a black cat. I saw this thing online, speaking of animals and cats, that someone in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, took a cat to the shelter because it was too affectionate. Did you hear about this? Yeah, they dropped the cat off because he was too affectionate.
Wow.
That's
The shelter
crazy
says they've
usually
never seen that before.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Usually cats aren't very affectionate at all.
Right.
Get one that
generally, yeah, cats are very aloof. That's kind of what
Yeah.
they're known for.
I
But
guess
all
that's
these
what they wanted. They wanted an animal, but they didn't want it to be like bothered.
They wanted a low maintenance cat who didn't want to be on them.
The person was like, they would come home and the cat would be rubbing up against them and wanting attention. And the cat's name, it was a 4-year-old tuxedo named Jerry. The cat's named Jerry. And so all these celebrities retweeted this because they posted it on social media. Kat Dennings, who was in Two Broke Girls, she retweeted it and they said within hours the cat was adopted. And I'm like, yay!
Nice.
And
That's a feel-good story we need.
Right? And then the shelter got so much publicity that I think that they adopted something like another 50 cats.
Oh,
Oh,
Just from
wow.
yeah, right? But I just thought that was like, really?
that's like
That's
weird.
aloof.
That's funny.
Patricia, on my way home from work, I'm 3 hours behind. I'll catch up when I get home. So it must be 6 o'clock there now. Susan, we are getting storms here in north central Arkansas, so I may be disconnected so far. I've gotten through a chapter 7, an adventure, abduction, and arrest. Wonderfully done.
It rained here all day long. And
Overcast.
it's going to be 48 tonight in May. 48.
That's chilly.
It did. Oh no, I was like, May's almost over. Come on, where's the warm weather? Where is my weather?
I'm running out of reading time, but it's not warm enough.
Right?
Exactly.
Tina said she read 3% and ate dinner and made coffee. I have pizza. Yum.
Ooh, nice.
You got to 77%, 41%. I will finish it tomorrow. Very good. 26 pages. Great job, Emily. 90%, 25%. I read 25 pages. It's super cute. She is like writing in her journal to her nan that passed away.
Yeah.
Super cute little grade so far. Oh, that sounds so sweet.
That's awesome.
29 pages. 97% done. This will be my last Greek retelling for a long time. My brain burns. I read tough books, but for some reason, anything fantasy or a retelling is so difficult. Would be for me too, I think.
You're so close, Kendall.
Right? Well, she'll finish it tonight, I'm sure. PK got 77. Read 25 pages, 232 of 280. Definitely finishing this book tonight. That one was so cute too. Also, it was just a frozen deep dish pizza, so you bake it. The cardboard tray comes in, and my mom just cut through the tray as individual plates for each slice.
There you go.
There you go. That works.
Whatever works.
Don't dirty a dish.
Less dishes, for sure.
It
Read 20
works.
pages. Great job, Jen. Cav found a new middle grade that looks promising. City Spies by James Ponty. Kids in spy school and going on missions. The audiobook is really good. You and I both read that one, right, Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually just downloaded the second one because I just don't want to get back into it. And somebody told me the second one's even better than the first. So
Really? Oh, I'll have to get to it sooner
It's
rather
on
than
my list. It's staring at me right over here.
come on, Storm, you're gonna love it.
I'm gonna get to it this month.
I thought this is right up Storm's alley.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Elizabeth, I have less than 20 pages left in Dangerous Alterations. Well done. Sharon read 95 pages of the Beth Moore memoir so far tonight, enjoying it, and the book talk. Yay! And Annie, how about Guinness Stout for a name? Do parents think about what they're doing to their kids when they pick out names?
It's like Rumor and Scout and Tallulah. That's like Bruce Willis's kids. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Without giving away too much, and not that it would, but I have a friend who's gave her daughter the name. First, middle, and last name spells out Keg. K-E-G. I'm like, did you think?
Yeah, that's another thing you got to think about. What do the initials spell out? You know?
Yeah.
Like the Golden Girls, Blanche's the initials spell bed. Dorothy's like, your initials spell bed?
Well, my initials before I got married was C, S-E-E, and my dad was Lee, L-E-E, right? And then I got married and it changed, and my dad goes, we don't match anymore.
That's funny.
Read 6%. Great job, Rita. PK, I've come across a name for a girl. Nazgul. Parents loved Lord of the Rings. Used to manage a kid's photo studio. The girl's name, ABCD, pronounced A.
Oh,
Absidisi.
Absidy.
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 Interesting. I think there should be a name approval board or something that steps in and just says, no, you cannot do that to a child.
They do in a lot of other countries. They actually have, I think it's mainly like, which people would think is crossing the line here, I get, but I think that it's like mainly stuff like, hey, you can't name your kid an inanimate object like chair or, plane.
Or how about Apple? Isn't there a celebrity that named their kid Apple?
Yeah, there is. I don't remember who, but
my mom's theory on that is that's not the children's real name, but they do that for media. So the media never finds out what their real name is. That's my mother's theory on these weird.
That would be nice if that's true. That'd be nice if it was true.
Yeah. Like, her actual name is like Emily or something,
Right.
But Apple's like her.
I hated my name growing up because, of course, like it was not popular and nobody's ever been named that. And so they were always, kids are mean and cruel. And they're always teasing me about like, did you make it rain last night? And all that kind of stuff. And, it's just like, shut up. And sometimes I'd be like, yes, I did. I was mad at my brother.
That's funny.
Jen says that is so funny because we were just talking about the name. Is it Nevea?
Yeah, it's heaven backwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why they think it's so creative. They're the
Yeah.
only one that ever thought of it. Yeah.
Storm, I
Trust
used to
me,
work
there
with
are a
Wendy.
bunch of them in the state of Illinois that have just turned teenagers.
Really?
Oh, I'm
My
telling
thing
you,
is-
any form of Lexi, Jade, and Nevaeh. The
My thing
only
is
three
it's-
female names of teenagers in Illinois.
It's great when they're little. Like, it's cute when they're little. But what I would be thinking about is what happens when they get into the workforce?
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Tomorrow, before we go on, I'll tell you. There were some twins I worked with, and I have to tell you the names, but I can't just. Yeah, I don't want to get
Oh yeah. She says, I used to work with a Wendy who named her daughter Stormy. So there
I
you
went
go.
to school with a Wendy, and then I went to school with a girl that her name was Lena Ann, but everybody called her LA. So everybody was like, a Wendy storm blew through LA.
Kids think they're so creative.
Right.
Sips tea quietly and has a name with a French spelling from New Orleans that no one can pronounce over here. That's why we just
Well, now
go
you
with
gotta
the-
eat
that's like cultural. So that's
Yes,
a lot
yeah.
different.
Now we want to know what it is.
Like,
yes,
Right.
I want to
than,
know.
like people that name their kid Miller Lite or
Yeah.
something.
Well, it's like, when they're like, that's just how it is, because like it's a French, like Cajun name or whatever it is, you expect to not be able to pronounce it right, but
Mhm.
like
And I
I'm
think that's
reading
cool,
a
like a cultural
a book with a whole bunch of Chinese names, and I'm like, when I review that, do not expect me to say their names. I'm going to be like, this kid did this and this kid did this and this.
100%.
Toronto is very diverse and cultural, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
However, I need to make outgoing calls all day long to people who have appointments. And they answer the phone. I'm like, hi, this is Sarah from Spurgel. And who am I speaking to? Because I don't want to butcher the name because I would feel
Yes.
horrible. Right? And most people laugh about it. They're like, oh, yeah. Like, and especially a lot of Chinese people tend to go by English names.
Mhm.
They'll have a Chinese name, but they have it's like Kathy
Mm.
or something like that. You know what I mean? So
Wait, I have
But
something
yeah.
really funny with that. So the other day I ordered whatever, Grubhub or whatever at work, and my name on there is Lee. I came downstairs and it was an Asian man who was delivering my food, and he was so disappointed that I was not also Asian. That's what he thought. And I was like, no, sorry, it's just a nickname. It's so bad.
that is hilarious. Wow, how do they tell weather in that family? Is it windy and stormy? I was watching the Maury show years ago, and no kidding, there was a girl named Talita and a guy named iPod, 2 different episodes.
That's horrible. See, that's horrible.
Yeah, come on.
Right? Laughing. Lee, I just spit my tea. Merci.
And that's how she spells it, Marcy, just like that. That's how
Yeah.
all his stuff says.
Laughing. My mom was going to name me Stormy Dawn, but her mom, my grandma, told her as it sounded too much like a weather forecast, so she chose Amy.
That's my actual name, Stormy Dawn. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah, except for my mom thought to be unique, she put an E on the end of Dawn, but it's spelled like that, but with an E on the end.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Interesting. Cajun, someone once said to me when I signed at the DT, you don't need to put an E in your name, did you? I bet she never questioned how a person spells their name again. Now, why would you question how somebody spells their name?
Right.
I just started Supermarket by Bobby Hall, 1 chapter in, and I'm liking it. Great job. I love Coho, and I'm not ashamed of it. My first was by her was November 9, and I've never read Verity.
Thank
There
you,
you go.
Jen.
She started with a different one. It sounds like.
There you go.
Out
Red
of
Hot
all these
Rancid
people, you got one person, Lee. One person.
That's okay. I love
Yep.
Jen. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has followers. She's like
Oh, good.
everywhere.
She doesn't need me.
I mean,
She does. She has followers. She has Jen and Lee.
we're the minority. I'm pretty.
Her little,
sure.
fan club.
And
Her
it's
little fan
really,
club,
I just don't read those kind of. I don't
Yeah.
read a lot of.
I
That,
don't
you know,
like a lot of like realistic contemporary fiction, like the ones that are like really hard hitting contemporary. I just don't like those
With
kinds.
like really serious issues.
Yeah.
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 That's
those
one
are
of the
not
reasons
real.
I stay away from her, is because I know I'm not gonna like
No.
those.
Give me fluffy cowboy romance, and I'm a happy camper.
Right.
Or books about red hot ranchers. Whatever. I'm easy.
I don't want to read about that kind of hard hitting contemporary. Just give me a historical mystery set back in a time where it's really.
There you go.
Exactly. We could go to Manuel. How do you say that?
Miguel.
Miguel. Thank you. See, I'm horrible with names. Seriously,
That's
though,
okay.
people come from all over the world to hike or climb in that area, and everyone goes for pizza. Ooh, I like pizza.
We have a plan now. We've got meals. We know what we're doing. Come on.
I'll just renew my passport and I'll be down.
I am definitely not going toward the edge of a hiking cliff
You
in the
guys
Daniel Boone National Forest.
You don't think that if we got enough of us to all gather together and we were planning a trip there, we could get Tanya Kappas to come there and hang out with us too?
We probably could.
She lives, in Kentucky, so.
See?
She used to host,
be
like her and
awesome.
some others did like a mystery train, like where you could
She
like.
still
take the
does.
train. Does she still do it?
Ah,
Really?
Yeah.
Like a murder mystery train. Yeah.
Yep. Her and like
Really?
two other authors.
Yeah.
You like rent out cabins, like a whole like retreat thing.
Yeah.
That would be delightful. Amy, sorry, my mom was going to name me Misty Dawn, but her mom, sounded too much like a weather forecast. Misty Dawn. Is Veronica Bond writing the Dinner and Murder Mystery series still?
Nope, that's Julia Buckley, and she always gets cut off, and her books are amazing.
I hope maybe she'll if enough people liked it, maybe she'll write one self-published or something.
She
Like,
it's
that'd
so
be awesome.
interesting to me because I love everything Julie Buckley writes. I think she's excellent. Right, her writing style I really like, and the Hungarian Tea, all of them got cut
her
really, really.
and Laura Bradford gets cut off all the time, and
another person whose writing style I love. Maybe
it's you. It's just you. That's what it is. Oh.
Tiffany, stop liking things.
Yeah, start hating these people.
Please. Could you?
Got it.
You say this book came out. Do not read it. It was terrible. They should cut the series off right now, and then it'll go 53 books.
And then she does a video where she's throwing it in the trash. Stop it. That person should be banned from ever having a pet again. I concur.
Yes.
Return the cat because it's too affectionate. What's wrong with them?
Yeah.
Amy, I used to say that I wanted to name a girl Summer Dawn. Never had kids, but that was what I wanted to name my first girl. Oh, that's pretty.
Well, if I was going to have kids, I was gonna name, if it was a girl, I was gonna name her Michigan Rain. So. Well, my brother has a Dakota and a Montana, so I said I should go ahead with some state.
There you go.
I love it. In the Mission Impossible series by Rosie A. Point, there's a kind of villain who breeds cats but doesn't like disabled kittens. Aww.
Well, he is a villain.
Yeah.
Like she loves and cares about the cat that she already has, but it's unacceptable for someone to take care of disabled kittens.
Someone
Oh,
has to.
right? Oh, that's a series I'm not going to read. Makes me side-eye the author altogether. And she has a lot of series, I think.
She does have a lot of series.
Me and my siblings have pretty simple names, but one of my brothers, Tom, my mom was originally going to name Forrest. I worked with a Forrest. He was pretty cool at my life. He was a really nice guy.
I wonder if that name kind of got popular during the whole Forrest Gump thing.
After Forrest Gump, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, my sister, who is 7 years older than me, is named Gina. Why are you basically giving me the same name?
Gina, yeah.
It's funny. I have a friend whose name is Tina, and her next youngest sister is Christina. Like, they thought that was such a totally different name. I'm like, not
Well,
really.
everybody thinks that when they meet me that my brother should have like a really original name too. But see, he came first, so he's Scott. We both have S's, but
There you go.
and he's the one that named me.
That's hilarious. My aunt made a baby blanket and misspelled my name. My parents liked it and it stuck. She never spelled my name right again.
Oh, that's funny.
And yes, my parents are always accidentally calling us the wrong name.
Yeah.
Scavenger hunt is tomorrow or Sunday. And what is the theme? Is it tomorrow, Tiffany?
It's tomorrow. Yes.
Brilliant. Okay.
Because you
tomorrow
have
at 5.
your last
Tomorrow
thing.
at 5 Eastern, and it's sweet bakery, that sort of
Sweet
thing.
shops, bakery shops,
Mhm.
something. Anything with something sweet in it.
Very good. I'm game. I would love to meet Tanya Kappas. I loved her
Mm.
Veronica Bond books.
We're gonna carpool together, Anita. You could drive if you're afraid of my driving, but I would probably get us there a lot faster. It's up to you.
Ooh.
How would
Can
you
I come
work
down and meet you there, and then I can just park my car somewhere and hide it somewhere in Jersey so it doesn't get beaten the crap out of.
I
But-
demand
Park it around the
I
house.
demand a vlog of y'all riding in car with the lead. I'm just I
You guys don't know though. If Anita was in the car with me, I would be on my best behavior though. I feel like I would just have to.
She'd probably be like,
But I have a feeling if it were you and me together, Lee, it would just be bleeped from second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They
then
really-
we'd get a vlog that's like, da 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 beep, da da beep beep, da da beep, da da beep beep.
actually I think it would be more like beep beep the beep 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 beep.
Look at that beep beep beep.
Mhm.
I just remember Steve Donahue turning to me at a red light going, I thought you Canadians were polite. Not when you put me
Not on
behind the wheel of a
road- Not on
car.
the road in Boston, you're not. No.
Hell no. You got to be
Mhm.
aggressive.
Mhm.
We're a bunch of hippies here. Emily, I think most of us here were born in the 1970s. Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go, Storm. Scott was obviously adopted.
Sometimes I think so.
I'm there, Lee. You drive. There you go. We'll
Right.
make up this plan.
You are a trusting person, Anita.
Very trusting. No. She drives fine. It's just
I don't
language.
like to drive.
It's everybody
so I
else on the road.
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely. I'm the best driver ever.
You
Everyone
know
else
what we
is an
used to
idiot.
tell people when when the one person thought that everybody else was the problem?
Maybe it's you.
It's not. But you know, I do. No, I honestly, if I do compliment other drivers on the road, I wish there was a way like I could let them know, like, thank you for doing the speed limit. Thank you for moving out
Yeah,
of the
you
way.
even said that in your vlogs or whatever.
Oh.
You're like, thank you, sir.
You know what we also used to tell people about denial?
It's
I
like,
did learn
thank you for
something
putting
new.
your
I'm
blinker
listening
on,
to
sir.
you.
I wish they could know while we were driving. That's it.
Yeah,
My mom
absolutely.
used-
Oh, that's
My
hilarious.
mom used to yell at the people, "You stupid idiots!" And her windows down and their windows down, and I'm like, "Mom, shush." He's like, "Oh, that's okay. You can take them."
You're like, no, I can't.
Thanks, Ma. So, what do you guys have coming up on your channel? We know the live's tomorrow, Tiffany, but you got anything else coming up?
On Sunday, I'm filming our Universal Yums box. It's Taiwan. A lot of
Oh.
interesting stuff in this box, so I'm excited about this box.
Definitely.
And then I'm also doing a paranormal recommendation video,
Wow.
which is fun because I don't read a lot of paranormal.
Yeah,
so-
I'm curious what they're going to be.
yeah.
Mhm.
I do have some. I mean, it includes like, yeah.
And they're all
Um,
ghost, probably.
Most of them are ghosts, but there's a couple that are not, but most of them
Oh,
are.
Exciting.
And that's what I have. Yeah. What about you guys?
Yay.
I just
What you
put
start?
up like my 12 historical mysteries that I want to start videos, so I did that. And then I'm
Yay.
sure I'll have a recent reads coming out soon.
Awesome. Lee?
I had my top 5 celebrity biographies that came out today.
Ooh.
And Tuesday, I'll have a reading wrap up for this week.
I really want you to do a best beach read recommendation video.
I put it down as a note, so yes, I will start that.
Brilliant. I love that. I love that so much. And I've got my weekly TBR coming out tomorrow.
Ooh.
Very excited about the books for next week already.
Yes.
But thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Good chat tonight. Good chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see hopefully all of you tomorrow over on Tiffany's channel, The Beach Bum Bookworm, if you're not subscribed. So Beach Bum Bookworm, we've got Storm Reads and Dark Roots Creations. Make sure you're subscribed to everybody. And yeah, we'll see you guys all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye, all.
Bye.